What's up, boys? Today's video, we're going to be looking at axles. Axle options for the SCX24. I'm going to go over some different options, touch on the pros and cons. Now, it's important to keep in mind, this is just my opinion. No need to get upset about what I'm saying. But if you disagree, you're wrong. Let's start with some quick ones first. I'm not into portal axles, but if I was, I would get the nylon portals from Mass Designs. He also sells little brass portal covers and brass diff covers for them. I have nothing else to say about them. eBay/Amazon no-name portals. No. Moving on. RC all-wheel drive ring and pinion SCX24 portals. They sent me these for free, and I can see why. They're not good. They put the drive shaft at such a bad angle, the truck would not even move. I messaged them and let them know. They said, we know, and we're working on it. Until then, I would not buy these. I will say, the quality is good, and I do like the way they look, but they don't work. Real quick, while we're on portals, these are Little Guy Racing Super 8 portals. They don't make them anymore. I'm pretty sure because they sucked and people were having a lot of problems with them. But just know they exist, and this is what they look like. Might be able to find them used if you want them. Again, while we're speaking about portals, Mofo RC also makes little brass portal attachments. These just attach to a stock style axle. I also think these had a lot of problems with them, and they stopped selling them because of that. Moving on from portals. We have different variations of stock axles. I see nothing special about these or unique about them other than colors. So if you want a different color, purple, stock axle, metal. These are from K-Tech. They use stock internals, stock style knuckles. Everything from a stock axle works with these. Trio makes silver ones. Red. No name silver ones. And that's all I have to say about that. Stock axles can actually be pretty stock axles can be made pretty capable. There's a lot you can get for them. If you just want a stock metal style axle, I would probably just get Injora, unless you want different colors. Injora has normal length ones and also extended ones. Now, on to the good stuff. Little Guy Racing Super 8s. This is the color they come in, silver. They also just released black ones. They also have brass housings. They also have nylon ones, which are just like a tough plastic. Pros and cons about the Super 8s. Let's check the price. Rear axle pre-assembled, $60. Front axle pre-assembled, $70. They're built a bit differently than a stock axle. This is the outside. So to get the diff cover off, it's on the inside. The axle shafts are specific to these. I have not broken any. And I think they do, I'm pretty sure they do offer replacements. This is how they come. They don't include a servo mount. It's a big negative. They don't include rear upper link mounts. The piece that goes right here. Not included. It's a big negative. Another negative might be considered a positive, but if you're new to this and don't know what you're doing, this might be considered a negative. The shocks are spaced outwards. The shock mounts are spaced outwards more, as well as the lower link mounts. Let me show you guys what I mean. Here's a stock axle. Here's a Super 8. So these things right here, the little tab sticking up, is where your shocks go. Super 8 is significantly wider. If this is your first time building one, this might cause problems. Your shocks are going to hit somewhere, your chassis, because they're going to be like that. Also, your links might bind up somewhere. You're going to need some spacers, and you're going to need some tinkering abilities to make it work. Overall, Super 8s, I like them. They're a good axle. There's a reason that I have 34 sets of them, but they're not my favorite. Next up, Mofo RC X15 axles. Price, front and rear billet set, $160. That's a lot. Front and rear nylon set, $90. This is the front axle, nylon, rear axle. Rear axle, nylon. Now, unlike the Super 8s, this is compared with a stock axle. Shock mounts, lower link mounts, all the same. These are considerably wider. than a stock axle. Some positives. Rear upper link mount is part of the axle. I don't know if that's a positive or not, but they at least give you something. Adjustable servo mount included. This is a look at the billet ones. Knuckles are specific to this axle. Axle shafts are probably specific to this axle. Mofo does make some little accessories like brass knuckles. There's the rear billet. So this little link riser is built in to the axle. Diff covers are on the inside. And there's the adjustable servo mount. It comes with them. Things I don't like. They use bigger hardware. This might be good. This might seem good. But it's extremely annoying for me. I like to often switch my setups around. So now every time I do that with these axles, the little pivot bowl inside this shock and inside these links needs to be a specific one for these axles, or it needs drilled out to fit bigger hardware. Also, the axle shafts. These are thicker than the standard SCX24 one. This is annoying because my favorite wheel nut tool does not fit. I have to use this stupid thing, and it often doesn't fit because it hits the tire. I do like the way they look. Lastly, my favorites. Let's take a look at the price real quick. $90, front and rear. Muse Racing, isokinetic 3-section CVD front and rear axles. They come in silver and black. Diff cover, once again, it's on the inside. The diff cover is unique to these axles. It's shaped weird. These axles, for the price point, are amazing. It includes an adjustable servo mount. In case you don't know, when I say adjustable servo mount, that means you can move the servo backwards or forwards. It helps when you're trying to fit bodies because sometimes the servo might be hitting the body. You need to move it back. Also included, rear upper link adjustable mount. Also included, different gearing for the rear axle to mess with the underdrive overdrive stuff. These are very heavy in a good way. This is just how they came, with the big black brass knuckles. Also, with these, the steering links that it comes with are threaded on each side. So if you unthread them some, you can make your tires do this. Or if you tighten them up some, they can do this. You can adjust the alignment. The shock location and the link location is the same as a stock axle. so you don't have to worry about spacers or anything hitting. They're also significantly wider than a stock axle. I think that's all I got, boys. Muse axles, they're my current favorites. Honorable mentions: Little Guy Racing Super 8s, they're good, they're expensive. Mofo X15s, they're good, they're expensive. Thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. We've finally made it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped somebody. Peace!